Welcome to Introduction to Acclets. By the end of this video, you should be able to use Acclets to learn financial accounting. First, what is an Acclet and where did the word Acclet come from? An Acclet is a short animated video lesson on an accounting topic, hence the name. How many Acclets do you have access to and what topics do they include? Right now you have access to 62 Acclets. These videos cover the same material that I cover in my college-level financial accounting course lectures. So the set of Acclets can be used as a substitute for lectures or as a supplement to lectures. Where can you find these Acclets? All 62 Acclets and associated working papers are available free at acclets.com. Let's take a tour of the acclets.com website. You've already seen the Acclet definition page, so let's look at how Acclets can be used for learning accounting. Of course, you have access to these printed instructions anytime you want to read them, but I'll combine them with a virtual tour for you now by showing you the complete list page. Here, each line corresponds to one Acclet, which covers one accounting concept or lesson. Sometimes the Acclet title gives you a pretty good idea of the concept covered, but sometimes you'll need to look at the topic column to get more information. Notice that the Acclets have been organized into groups. Each group is roughly equivalent to a chapter in a college-level financial accounting textbook. The Acclets were designed to be non-textbook specific, that is, to be used with almost any financial accounting text. And after the first two sections, which cover the accounting cycle, the other sections can be used in whatever sequence your textbook uses. Within a section, however, it's important to use the Acclets in sequence. For example, after covering the accounting cycle, one textbook might proceed to cash-related concepts, so you would need the cash-related Acclets. Your course may not emphasize accounting for petty cash, so you could skip these two Acclets. But if you need to prepare a bank reconciliation, be sure to use the two bank rec Acclets in sequence. The data used in the second Acclet comes from the first Acclet. Another text might proceed after the accounting cycle to merchandising companies, that is, inventory-related topics. So you'd need to go to the inventory-related Acclets, numbers 31 through 38. Now we'll go back to the acclets.com homepage and look at the links to the Acclets. When we click on the cash link, we'll get the cash-related Acclets. Notice that each section on the list page corresponds to a link on the Acclets homepage. For example, when you click on the cash link, you'll find the 4 cash-related Acclets included on the list page. While we're looking at the cash-related Acclets, let me call to your attention the fact that some of the Acclets have an associated work paper. The work papers are PDF files that you can print and then use in conjunction with the Acclets. The work papers may be a clue that Acclets are designed to be used interactively. You can click play and sit back and watch, but if you want or need to learn accounting, you'll probably need to do the following. Before clicking play, print the associated work paper if there is one. Have your note-taking tools ready. And maybe, most important, keep one hand on the pause button so that you have time to do the following. Formulate answers to the questions raised by the narrator. Being right at this point is not as important as thinking up an answer, because even if you're wrong, and the Acclet will provide the correct answer right away, the right answer now has a place in your brain to attach itself, and you're more likely to understand and remember the right answer. Pause to perform calculations. If you do the calculation for yourself, you're more likely to understand and remember, or at least figure out what questions you might have. Pause to take notes. Writing information helps to settle it more firmly in your brain, and you gain a handy study tool in the process. And pause to complete any associated work papers. Again, the act of writing helps to reinforce the concept. Most of the time, in order to really learn accounting, you'll have to be able to follow the numbers in accounts. You may find that you have to rewind and replay a particular segment more than once in order to see and understand why a particular number goes where it goes. The more effort you invest in using the Acclets, the faster your homework will go. The last thing we'll do is preview the use of an Acclet. Here is a list of the steps in case you prefer following written instructions, but we'll also go through the steps together. We'll go to Acclets.com. Since accounting for issuing bonds is a personal favorite, we'll go to the bonds payable category. We'll assume that you're already expert at working with present and future values, so we'll use the Acclet titled Issue Bonds Introduction. Since this Acclet has a work paper link to the right, I'll open the work paper and I could print it before continuing. Use the back arrow to get back to the Issue Bonds Introduction Acclet link. Then click on the link to the Acclet. Click on the play button. And to get to the pause button, scroll all the way down and to the right to get to the bottom right-hand corner. Then click on the full screen icon, and now you have access to the pause button in the lower left corner at the far left end of the progress bar. Remember to use it liberally. Acclets were created in the hope that you will enjoy accounting as much as I do, or at the very least, that it will help you pass that financial accounting course that you're required to take. This concludes the video, Introduction to Acclets.